Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Spooky season is here and I really want to make some paintings that fit the spooky vibe. So today we're going to paint some cute ghosts together. And to give it some extra fall vibes, we will paint them on wood slices. Especially during fall and winter, I love to paint on wood slices because it fits the season so well, and I think it also looks super cute. Grab a tea, make yourself comfortable, and let's jump right into it. You don't need much to follow along. Any acrylic paints and paintbrushes you have at home will do. I'll show you 5 different options to choose from, but the first step is the same for all of them, priming the wood. I like to have a base layer of white acrylic paint because I feel like it makes the rest of the painting process a little easier and colors will pop more. I primed them all in one go here, so step 1 is already completed for all of the paintings. We will start with a ghost that's carrying a little pumpkin lantern in the dark of the night. Grab a pencil and start sketching a rough outline of the subject and add any details you like. I added the moon, some stars and grass to frame the ghost a little. Not sure where he's going, maybe to a meeting with fellow ghosts. Who knows? When you're happy with your sketch, it's time to add some paint. I painted the ghost first because it's easier to apply white on white than white on dark blue, but you could actually start with background too if you prefer. Just keep watching and decide for yourself which order you like more. To get kind of a bedsheet ghost style and some depth, I used light gray to indicate some creases and shadows around the belly of the ghost. Next, mix some light yellow and add a little touch of moonshine on the ghost's back. Use this color as well for the moon and the stars. When the paint has dried, it's time to continue with a nice dark blue color for the background. I used Prussian blue here, but you can use any blue you like. Just make sure not to cover up your previously painted stars and moon. While the background dries, mix 2 to 3 different greens, a light green, a mid green and a dark green. If the green acrylic paints you have at home are really bright, you can mute the color by adding a tiny bit of red. If you'd like your green a little brighter, add some yellow or white. Then add grass by painting little strokes and alternating between the colors. Last but not least, color the pumpkin in a nice bright orange and use a slightly darker shade to define the form of the pumpkin and add a handle. Let's continue with a misty fall scene. As always, start with a pencil sketch. Draw a ghost in the center of the wood slice and add some trees in the background. To create a misty fall atmosphere, mix light gray and white paint to cover the sky and the middle section of the painting. For the ground, mix orange and white and apply the paint to the lower area of the painting. Use a brush to gently blend the colors together. Next, use a darker gray to paint the trees in the background. Add some brown to the gray for a more realistic look, especially for the trees closer to the foreground. Objects that are far away always seem lighter and less saturated than those closer to the viewer. For a little detail, add some red mushrooms. As in the first painting, paint the ghost white and add dimension with gray. This is actually the same technique for all of the paintings I'm showing you in this video. And finally, use orange, yellow, red and brown paint to add leaves. Simply paint dots on the ground and feel free to experiment with green paint as well. And our second painting is complete. For the next painting, sketch out a little ghost hiding behind a mushroom who's curiously observing a tiny snail. First, mix white with a bit of yellow paint and use it to color the mushroom stem. Then add some shadows with light gray. Again, paint the ghost white, adding some details with gray. Now it's time to add some color to the mushroom. Paint the cap bright red and add a darker red around the edges for dimension. When the paint has dried, add black paint to the background to create a spooky atmosphere. Next, add white dots to the top of the mushroom. You can make them any size and form you want. With green, paint some leaves and grass and any other botanical details you like. I added a branch on each side of the mushroom, but feel free to get creative here. Finally, color the snail's body light brown and its shell dark brown. And our little curious ghost is complete. The next one is fairly quick to paint. A ghost hiding in a field of long grass. Start by mixing white with a bit of yellow to paint the moon. Continue by painting the background black and then add the white ghost after the background has dried. This time we're not only adding shadows to the ghost, but also some moonlight reflections with the light yellow we mixed earlier for the moon. Finally, mix different shades of green and use them to add grass. Whenever I'm mixing green paints, I basically follow these rules of thumb. For a less vibrant green, add a bit of red. For a cooler tone, add blue. To make it lighter, add white or yellow. Try to layer the grass and let it point into different directions to make it look natural. And that's it. For our final painting, let's create a foggy forest scene with a ghost holding an umbrella. First, paint the top section light gray. Then mix a little orange into the gray for a warmer tone and color the middle section and blend the colors together. Use a light, dull green to paint the lower part and blend it with the color above. I use green, a lot of white and a hint of red for this. Then add darker green below the ghost to create a shadow. Next, mix light gray with a bit of brown and paint the trees in the background. For the tree in the front, use a mixture with more brown to make it stand out, and then add details to the trunk with other shades of brown. Now paint the ghost and its umbrella. Again, use a white base with light gray shadows for the ghost. Then paint the umbrella bright red and add details with darker red. You can add more details to the scene if you like, but I think it already looks cute as it is, and this painting might even be my favorite one. Here we have all of our spooky little paintings. Let me know in the comments which one's your favorite, and please tag me on Instagram if you paint one yourself. I'd really love to see it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye!